Hi folks, Mel here. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I am coming to share with you just a few little projects I've been working on and to let you folks know that I do have at the address that I have given out thus far about 11 packages, including my design team kit. But unfortunately, since Tuesday night, I have been snowed in, iced in, and stuck. So I have not been able to get anywhere farther than the little store down the road. My little car just does not make it in snow. We had over a foot of snow, and then the temperatures have not raised. So as soon as it melts a little, then it refreezes overnight. And so we've literally got an inch, sometimes 2 to 3 inches solid, ice on the roads. And so I'm unable to go get the mail. And it's supposed to clear up tomorrow. We're supposed to have freezing rain in the morning, but then come tomorrow afternoon, it's supposed to just rain, and now we are on flood watch. But at least I can get to work and get to the mail, which I'm really excited about. I'm kind of like, oh no, because I really don't want to be behind, because once the packages start coming in, I am swamped every day after work. So since I've been snowed in and I have major cabin fever, of course I have Valentine on the brain, and so I'm going to share with you just a few little things that I have done and then what my friend Lucretia has been doing. So these are the bags in which the kids are going to have on their doors. Now, we are using whatever paper we can possibly find that is 12 by 12, that can be into a heart. And what we've done is it's Lucretia. This was her idea, and she's amazing. She's actually sewing these. So there's a pocket in the front and then a pocket in here. And I went through my hoard vault and just pulled out lace and trim and bias tape just so we can make handles and all the solid papers that could be used as Valentines. This will hold quite a bit more goodies, and because they get little gifts too, like pencils and pens and erasers and things like that, these actually were just a better bet than the little, because last year I was just using little bags. So aren't these just darling? Here's just an example. The rest are in my car. She's at 100 and I think 20 right now, and the goal is 250. So pretty adorable, right? I mean, these are just stinking cute, and I think she's amazing for taking this job on, because this is a lot of work. I mean, she's cutting, 3 pieces per envelope or per bag, and then she's, putting them together and sewing them. So, and the good thing is that there's a pattern and then a solid, so the kids can write their name, and they can still decorate these however they see fit. So thank you, Lucretia, for this. I wanted to give her a shout out because this is awesome. So of course I'm limited on Valentine supplies because I've just gifted her all my Valentine paper, and boy paper has been really hard, so we're trying to make do with what we have. So I'm kind of stamping and doing a couple things. And so, of course, I'm just making a few cards. So I just made this. These doily stamps were gifted to me last year at Operation Valentine, so that was pretty awesome. I have been using my stamping tool that Diane gave me from Daddy Daddy's Crafty Corner, that Hampton Art stamp tool. It is awesome. Almost every one of these cards has been used with that stamp tool. So I made a set of those. And then I just kind of used the stickers I got from Target and did airmail on these little paper airplanes, and I wrote "Love is in the air, Happy Valentine's Day," and just made some basic little cards here. Oh, of course, Lancey's going to make an appearance. He's got cabin fever too, folks. He's not a happy kitty right now. And then I went ahead and just did these cute little ones. I do have this mason jar stamp from last year, and I just kind of left these little blank. I did 3 pink and 3 blue, so super cute. I thought these were adorable just for something. I'm trying to use up my stash and make as many as I can. So, and then I went ahead and used this. These were from my scraps from last year. Thought this was pretty. And again, I used this guy, excuse me, from Target. And I just thought that was super pretty too. So then Michael's in the dollar spot had these that you could color. And so I kind of just sat down and made a pink one and a blue one for a boy and for a girl, and then stamped Happy Valentine's Day. So made 2 of those. And then I also have this, and this stamp I'm going to tell you is the worst stamp. I bought it twice and it still is the worst stamp ever to use. But it is this cell phone stamp, and it is just so sticky. It sticks to your paper. And even with the stamp tool, with as many magnets as I use, still sticks to the paper, so I'm having to rip the stamp off the paper carefully, and it still doesn't stamp solid black, so then I had to go over it with a Sharpie. So needless to say, I only made 4. Made 2 that look like that, and then 2 that were sideways. And I did like these. I actually ended up using a stamp set from Graphic 45 here, just to put the sentiments on the inside of the cell phones. And I thought those were geared towards older children, so I really liked those. And then the next set I did was also a bunch of stamped cards. I really love this stamp set. I did buy this last year. I don't have a lot of Valentine's stamps, so you know, I'm just kind of piecing things together, and this just seemed to scream to me Valentine's. And I made the puppy a blue, and I kind of, you know, made him more on the blue side, so this could go to a boy or a girl, but aren't they adorable? And I did use my pen from Spectrum Noir to give all the glitter shimmerness to it, so I really liked that. Just super cute. And they're all pretty much the same, just a little different with the coloring of the hearts, but super cute. And then, of course, they're matted on the inside. So I did a bunch of those. And then I'll give you my card count thus far, knowing that I have a whole bunch at home still. But so I also got this stamp from last year as well. And I did 4 of these. It says, "To my Valentine." And then I stamped that on the inside, which was a full sentiment of all the Valentine goodness. So did those in blue, trying to gear stuff towards boys. And then I paper pieced all these, which were just a lot of work, but I really enjoyed it. I hope you can see up close what I've done here. Dollar Tree ribbon. I die cut it out, embossed, ink distressed, and then matted and did Happy Valentine's Day on the inside. I love that stamp from Michaels, so super pretty. So I just wanted to share with you all the cards that I have done thus far. Again, I'm having cabin fever, so I'm just trying to make cards. I've already done all of the paper airplanes, so that's pretty awesome. I've made 100, and so kids have those. So far the card count is 462. With the packages at where I have to go pick up the packages at my mom's, I'm looking at almost 550 cards, which is awesome. That gives every child at least 1 card each. So, you know, the more cards, the better. So my goal is for them to have 10 cards apiece. Last year they had 5 to 7 cards, depending on the child. And we are almost at full capacity of boxed card sets. Now, when I say boxed card sets, I mean the kind you get from the Dollar Tree or the Target or the Walmart. And if you take them out of the bags, that is fine, or out of the boxes, that is fine, and you bag them. But I'm just going to let you know where they go. So if they stay in a Ziploc bag, those go to the outpatients. And some of the children that get to go home around the time that these are all delivered. The ones that stay in the boxes are actually the ones that go to ICU. I know it costs more on shipping, but if they stay in the boxes, those are sanitized, and the people in the ICU ward will actually allow those to go through. If they aren't a Ziploc bag, they actually will not, because that means they had to have been touched on the inside to be put in a Ziploc bag. I know that sounds crazy, but some of these kids are really sick. So you could have been eating a handful of peanuts and take them out of a box and put them in a Ziploc bag, and that kid is, you know, deathly allergic to them. So things like that. I know it's very sticky situation on my end, but just wanted you to know that's how that worked. And then I also wanted to share with you one last thing before I go, is my newest sneak peek of my mini album. I bought this Valentine paper from Michaels, the vintage, and I looked at it and thought there's only 3 things on it. Are 4 pages that were Valentine themed and maybe 2 or 3 cut aparts, but it looked wedding to me. So for the first time ever, I am creating, look at this, I actually made a closure. I'm creating a wedding album. So I'm just giving you a sneak peek. I will share this with you when I'm finished with it, and it'll probably be today. And then tomorrow, folks, when I get my mail, I will be able to pick up all that stuff and do a huge video on all the entries and all the goodies. And thank you again, Lucretia, for these. These are amazing. I think all year long I'm going to just start hoarding paper that can be used to make these for next year, so she's not in a rush and we can just make a few every month and start piling them up, because the more hospitals I add, the more of these we're going to need. And the price point for me is actually cheaper, because so far I have not had any monetary donations. So last year I was lucky to have a couple $100 donated, so I was able to buy all the bags. This year this is actually a lot cheaper, even if I was to buy the paper. So all right, folks, thanks for coming. And again, I'm so sorry I haven't gotten any of the packages, but tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day, folks. And I'm excited to share everybody's entries. So thanks for coming again, folks, and have a blessed day.